It's Monday, June 24th, 2024, and I'm Dave Sobel. 3 things to know today. U.S. consumer spending growth slows, the implication for SMBs and the broader economy. SaaS security and AI personalization, key drivers of tech spending in 2025. And navigating the shifting labor market, opportunities in cybersecurity and talent retention strategies. This is the Business of Tech. Welcome to the last full week of Q2. Let's take a look around the landscape. It's easy to think that the stock market is where it's all at, but as the S&P 500 hits a record high, 75% of that is because of Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta, Alphabet, Amazon, and Tesla alone. Tech stocks are significantly contributing to the S&P 500's performance, with the index up 106% over the past 5 years, with tech stocks included, compared to a 69% increase without them. This year, the S&P 500 is up 16% overall and only 9% without technology stocks. Meanwhile, the Russell 2000 up 0.58% for the year, 1.62% the last 5 days. The S&P 600 is down 1.57% year-to-date, up 1.97% the previous 5 days. Those are both proxies for small businesses. The U.S. consumer spending growth has slowed down this year, indicating a potential cooldown in the economy. May retail sales increased by 0.1%, hampered by falling gas station sales. Excluding gas stations, sales rose by 0.3%. Spending in housing-related categories declined, while spending in hobby shops, clothing shops, and e-commerce stores increased. The control group data, which feeds into the consumer spending category of GDP, rose by 0.4% in May, slightly lower than expected. Why do we care? So this is why digging into the numbers is important. A cursory look at the headlines around S&P 500 would have said everything is great. It's more subtle than that. It's more level as an economy. The slowdown in consumer spending growth is a critical indicator of potential economic challenges ahead. Businesses need to monitor these trends as they could signal reduced consumer confidence and spending power. When considering the SMB market, buyers look a lot more like consumers, and as many SMBs also serve consumers, you're a lot closer to those buyers than a shareholder investor. Trinity Cyber brings MSPs a revolutionary new capability to grow your business and improve your margins. Trinity Cyber's world-class threat analysis team works 24/7 to deeply inspect customer traffic in context. Trinity Cyber stops threats before they even enter your clients' networks, and they do the hunting and event triaging to save you money. Here's what Wayne Porter, owner of MSP Allegheny Computer Services, has to say.
Trinity Cyber is a true game changer for MSPs. It's more affordable, it provides fewer false positives, and it costs less.
Let their threat intelligence experts work for you around the clock to reduce your workload. Visit trinitycyber.com/MSP4 to learn about their discounted MSP pricing options. That's the market. Let's talk about technology spending. The annual SaaS Security Survey Report 2025 by Adaptive Shield reveals that organizations are increasingly prioritizing SaaS security, with increased investment and dedicated security teams. Companies have improved their SaaS security capabilities, but still face challenges with misconfigurations and visibility into security risks. However, SaaS security investment is paying off as the number of security incidents has decreased compared to the previous year. Echoing that, according to a survey by the Cloud Security Alliance, 70% of enterprises are prioritizing investment in SaaS security, with dedicated teams being established to secure those applications. Despite economic instability, organizations increased investments in SaaS security, adding headcount and growing budgets. The survey also found that organizations have improved SaaS security capabilities and visibility into their applications. However, challenges remain, such as achieving visibility into business-critical apps and addressing misconfigurations. And according to a study by the Information Services Group, or ISG, enterprises that implement business process outsourcing programs, or BPO, can achieve an average of 15% savings compared to in-house operations. The study also found that cost savings are the primary motivator for outsourcing, with enterprises seeking more cost savings, innovation, and improved customer experience from their BPO programs. While BPO has been successful in delivering cost reduction and efficiency, enterprises are demanding further cost and efficiency savings. The study also highlighted the anticipated impact of AI on reducing external staffing in outsourced operations. And according to the State of Personalization 2024 report from Twilio Segment, 89% of B2B and B2C directors believe that ethical use of AI can provide a competitive advantage. Additionally, 86% expect AI to support a shift from reactive to predictive personalization. The report also highlights other data points, such as the belief that AI will change personalization strategies and the expectation that AI chatbots will have the most impact on personalization in the next 5 years. So why do we care? So, SaaS security on the rise. This makes sense as SaaS does continue to grow. I'm not sure this should be viewed as entirely new spend. I'd posit some of this spend is reallocation. That said, I'm more interested in the BPO work, particularly in a world of data and AI. Investing in AI-driven personalization strategies can help businesses move from reactive to predictive approaches, enhancing customer engagement and satisfaction. And when one can tie it back to savings, 15% for example, well, there's reason to invest. And there's some labor market data too. Employment for software developers in the US has declined from pre-pandemic levels, making it more challenging to land high-paying tech jobs. The slowdown in the tech job market is attributed to rising interest rates, the end of pandemic-era trends, and a slowing economy. While demand for software development jobs is healthy, it may take longer to find work, especially for experienced developers. However, the long-term outlook for the industry does remain positive. And it's not just developers. A survey by CyberSN reveals a decrease in openings for insider threat analysis, product security engineering, and DevSecOps. And according to new data from CyberSeek, there's a significant shortage of cybersecurity professionals in the US, with nearly 470,000 job openings listed by employers. Only 85% of these positions can be filled, leaving a need for approximately 225,200 more cybersecurity workers. New college graduates are facing a challenging job market this year, with entry-level job prospects dwindling and hiring slowing down. Only 13% of entry-level job seekers have found work in the past 6 months, compared to a peak of 20% in 2022, according to a Goldman Sachs analysis of Commerce Department data. According to new data from the Survey of Working Arrangements and Attitudes, workers aged 50 to 64 are most likely to work entirely on-site or full-time from home, while workers aged 20 to 29 are more likely to work hybrid. Supercommuting has increased by 32% post-pandemic, and older workers have varying preferences for in-office or remote work. And as reported in the BBC, the number of days employees spend in the office does not directly correlate with their sense of connection to the organization. Data shows only a 1% difference in the connection between those working 4 or 5 days a week and those working 2 or 3 days on site. Increasing in-person days can actually decrease worker satisfaction with their work-life balance. A blend of autonomy and 2 to 3 in-person days a week can foster employee engagement and workplace connections. And finally, per new research in the Harvard Business Review, workers are increasingly disengaging in Zoom meetings, staying on mute and turning off their cameras. This lack of participation could indicate disinterest or unnecessary meetings. Research from analytics firm Vitopa shows a correlation between camera usage in Zoom meetings and employee attrition. Employees who left their company within a year had their cameras on only 18.4% of the time in small group meetings, compared to 32.5% for those who remained at the company longer. Why do we care? The current labor market reflects a mixed landscape with both challenges and opportunities. Strategic investments in talent acquisition and retention, particularly in cybersecurity and supporting new graduates, will be crucial for long-term success. It's a challenge for smaller companies for sure, but it's an opportunity to excel and differentiate. It's cliché to say your people are your difference. It's competitive to have a system that produces more of them. Thanks for listening. It's National Pralines Day. Are we right in the middle of summer? I think we might be. Have a question you want answered? We take those listener questions. Send them, ideally as a voice memo or video, to question@mspradio.com. I answer those live this week on our Wednesday live show, 3 p.m. Eastern, YouTube or LinkedIn. And if you got a comment or a thought, put it in the comments if you're on YouTube, or reach out on LinkedIn if you're listening to the podcast. And best of all, if you love the show, share it with a colleague. I will talk to you again tomorrow.
The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you like the content, please make sure to hit that like button, follow, or subscribe. It's free and easy and the best way to support the show and help us grow. You can also check out our Patreon, where you can join the Business of Tech community at patreon.com/MSP Radio, or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Finally, if you're interested in advertising on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening to me, and I will talk to you again on our next episode of The Business of Tech.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.